Have you ever stirred a spoonful of tiny chia seeds into your water or yogurt, feeling confident you were nourishing your body, only to experience bloating heaviness, or even a strange tightness in your throat? After 50, the same superfood that seems healthy for others might quietly disrupt digestion, blood sugar, or even your heart balance if used the wrong way. Yet almost no one talks about these hidden risks. When we pass 50, our body doesn't process foods the way it used to. Digestion slows, hydration drops, swallowing becomes less efficient, and our gut and heart become more sensitive to the smallest imbalance. That's why the same tablespoon of chia seeds that worked perfectly in our 40s may suddenly cause bloating stomach pressure, dizziness, or even affect blood sugar and heart rhythm. I'm Dr. Eliza Hart, a board-certified obstetrician and gynecologist with over 15 years of experience in women's health and hormonal aging. And today, I want to show you the safe, science-based way to use chia seeds for women after 50 without discomfort, without risk, and without worrying whether it will interfere with your medications. Before we begin, please subscribe to the channel, comment your country, so I know our message is reaching women worldwide, and help me reach my first 50,000 subscribers. Your support truly motivates me to bring more of these science-backed videos your way. Stay until the end, because I have a small but eye-opening surprise for you about chia seeds. And now, let's begin with the first hidden mistake. Mistake number 1, eating chia seeds dry, the hydration trap. Before we talk about dosage, storage, or even timing, we must begin with the most dangerous and underestimated mistake: consuming chia seeds dry. At first glance, these tiny seeds seem harmless, almost too small to cause trouble. But what makes them powerful is exactly what makes them risky, especially for women over 50. Chia seeds are hydrophilic, meaning they can absorb up to 12 to 25 times their weight in water. When eaten dry or sprinkled directly over yogurt without proper soaking, they begin to expand after they enter the throat, stomach, or intestines, drawing in moisture from within the body. For a younger digestive system, this may only cause mild bloating or discomfort. But for women after 50 whose digestion naturally slows, whose saliva and gastrointestinal fluids are often reduced, this expansion can lead to choking, fullness pressure in the throat, bloating, and even partial blockage in the upper digestive tract. I once had a patient, a woman in her late 60s, who believed she was doing something wonderfully healthy by swallowing a spoonful of dry chia seeds with only a sip of water in the morning. Within a week, she began feeling a constant heaviness beneath her chest, along with mild nausea and occasional difficulty swallowing. She assumed it was acid reflux, but the real cause was unhydrated chia seeds expanding inside her digestive tract, slowly creating discomfort that mimicked reflux symptoms. Proper soaking changes everything. When chia seeds are soaked for 20 to 30 minutes, or ideally overnight, they form a soft gel-like layer called mucilage. This gel not only protects the digestive lining, but also makes the nutrients omega-3 fatty acids, soluble fiber, and antioxidants more bioavailable and easier to absorb. Soaked chia supports digestion instead of hindering it, and gently stimulates bowel function rather than causing irritation or pressure. The safest way for women over 50 is to soak 1 tablespoon of chia seeds in water, almond milk, or fresh juice. Allow it to form a gel and then incorporate it into smoothies, puddings, or oatmeal. Some find overnight soaking in the refrigerator even more comfortable, as the seeds become fully expanded before entering the body. By making this small adjustment, chia seeds transform from a possible digestive burden into a gentle, nourishing support. But while hydration is essential, many women make another common assumption that if a little is good, more must be better. And that leads us to the second mistake. Mistake number 2, adding too much fiber when healthy becomes heavy. After mastering how to hydrate chia seeds properly, many women confidently move to the next step, adding them into their routine more regularly. But this is where another silent mistake often appears, driven by the common belief that if 1 tablespoon supports digestion, then 2 or 3 must be even better. Unfortunately, especially for women over 50, the digestive system doesn't always reward enthusiasm. In fact, excessive fiber, even from natural sources like chia seeds, may quietly work against comfort, nutrient absorption, and even overall energy. Chia seeds are remarkably high in fiber, both soluble and insoluble. While this fiber can help support bowel regularity, regulate cholesterol, and stabilize blood sugar too much at once, can overwhelm a digestive system that is naturally slower with age. Unlike in our younger years, the intestines after 50 produce less mucus. The gut lining becomes more sensitive, and the natural contractions responsible for moving food along the colon begin to slow. When we introduce too much fiber too quickly, digestion can't adapt, which may result in gas cramping, bloating, or even a paradoxical effect, constipation, rather than relief. I remember speaking with a retired teacher who had eagerly begun adding 2 heaping tablespoons of chia seeds into her morning oatmeal, believing she was accelerating her gut healing. Within days, she reported pressure in her abdomen, irregular bowel movements, and a constant feeling of heaviness, even though she assumed chia should have helped cleanse her system. The issue wasn't the chia seeds themselves, but the volume and timing. Her digestive system simply needed more time and hydration to adapt. The key is gentle introduction. Instead of taking a full tablespoon immediately, women over 50 should begin with 1 teaspoon per day, properly soaked, and observe how their body responds over several days. With consistent hydration and gradual increase, the gut microbiome can adjust comfortably to the added fiber, making digestion smoother rather than disruptive. Another crucial factor is water intake. Without sufficient fluids, even soaked chia seeds may thicken and slow passage through the colon, intensifying constipation rather than relieving it. This process is less about speed and more about aligning chia seeds with the rhythm of your digestion, rather than forcing change too quickly. When used patiently and respectfully, chia seeds support gut health without overwhelming it. Yet beyond digestion, there's something even more important for women taking medication, particularly for blood sugar or the heart. And that leads us to the third mistake. Mistake number 3, ignoring medication interactions, blood sugar and heart risks. One of the most overlooked truths about chia seeds is that they are not just a source of fiber. They also act in a subtle way like a natural regulator of blood sugar and circulation. This is often celebrated yet rarely explained. For women over 50, especially those taking medications for diabetes, heart health, or blood pressure, this regulating effect can be either extremely beneficial or quietly disruptive, depending on how and when chia seeds are used. When soaked chia seeds enter the stomach, they form a gel-like coating that slows the digestion and absorption of carbohydrates. This helps prevent sudden glucose spikes after meals, which is wonderful for blood sugar stability. However, if someone is already taking insulin metformin or other blood sugar-lowering medications, this delay in carbohydrate absorption can compound the effect of medication, sometimes leading to hypoglycemia, weakness, dizziness, shakiness, anxiety, or even heart palpitations. These symptoms are often mistaken for hunger anxiety or fatigue, when in reality, blood sugar is dropping too low. I once guided a woman in her early 70s who proudly added chia pudding to her breakfast every morning. She felt it was helping her digestion, but also noticed occasional lightheadedness and a racing heartbeat after meals. She initially believed it was due to stress or age, but when she tracked her glucose after adding chia, her blood sugar had been dipping below normal, something she had never experienced before. The chia was not the enemy, but its timing and interaction with her medication needed adjustment. The same can occur with certain heart medications, especially blood thinners like warfarin. The omega-3 content in chia seeds offers anti-inflammatory support, but may also enhance the effects of anticoagulants, making it important to introduce chia gradually and monitor how your body responds. This does not mean you must avoid chia if you are on medication. It simply means chia seeds should be viewed as a nutritional tool, not an isolated supplement. Introduce them gradually. Monitor how your body responds, and if you are using insulin anticoagulants or heart medications, keep an eye on your numbers to ensure stability rather than fluctuation. Before we move on, I'd love to know if you're using chia seeds and also taking medication. Have you noticed any subtle changes like dizziness or fluctuations in energy? Comment 1 if yes or 0 if not yet, and I'll guide you further in the upcoming sections. Now, even when medication interactions are understood, many women still fall for one innocent but misleading belief: the idea that chia seeds alone can solve everything. And that leads us to mistake number 4. Mistake number 4, believing chia seeds are a magic fix. Once women learn how to soak chia seeds, adjust the quantity, and use them safely, alongside medications, many start to feel confident and hopeful. And that is a beautiful thing. But it's right at this moment that another subtle yet deeply human mistake often appears, expecting chia seeds to deliver visible, fast, and broad health transformations. Better digestion, weight loss, smoother skin, stabilized cholesterol, improved energy, and hormonal balance, all from a single daily habit. The problem is not the chia seeds, it is the expectation. In women over 50, digestion slows, hormone signaling becomes more delicate, and the gut microbiome shifts in response to age, stress, and lifestyle. A single nutrient source, no matter how rich in omega-3 fiber or antioxidants, cannot fully restore functions that are influenced by hydration, sleep, protein intake, emotional stress, gut flora quality, and physical movement. That's why chia seeds may support digestion, but cannot correct chronic constipation if water intake is low. They can help stabilize blood sugar, but they cannot reverse fatigue if sleep quality is poor. They may support heart health, but they cannot improve vascular function without gentle movement and proper hydration. I once worked with a woman who added chia seeds every morning for a month, hoping it would help her weight, energy levels, and bowel movement. She was disappointed because none of these improved significantly, but when we examined her habits more closely, it became clear she was using chia consistently, but was not drinking enough water, sleeping fewer than 6 hours, and eating very little protein. In other words, chia seeds were not failing her, her lifestyle was simply not supporting their benefits. Chia offers its best effects not as a miracle, but as a member of a healing routine. When paired with hydration, it helps the colon move gently. When paired with protein, it can support hormone balance. When paired with healthy fats, it nourishes the skin more effectively. Alone, chia is supportive. Combined with wise habits, it becomes powerful. True nourishment after 50 is never found in a single seed capsule or recipe. It lies in understanding how each choice interacts with the body's changing needs and rhythms. That is why chia seeds should be viewed not as a shortcut, but as a supportive ally, quietly reinforcing the healthier choices you make every day. And before we talk about how chia seeds should be safely used to actually support long-term health, there is one more mistake we must address: the way they are often stored, which can silently turn a beneficial seed into something harmful. Mistake number 5, improper storage, oxidation and contamination. Even when women use chia seeds in the correct amount, soak them properly, and understand how they interact with digestion and medication, there is still one mistake that often goes unnoticed: how chia seeds are stored. It may seem like a small detail, but for women over 50, especially those using chia seeds, consistently improper storage can quietly change the quality, safety, and even the biological behavior of the seeds. Chia seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which support heart and brain health. But these fatty acids are extremely delicate and highly sensitive to heat, light, moisture, and long exposure to air. When chia seeds are stored in open containers near the stove or in warm places, the oils inside them begin to oxidize. Oxidation doesn't just reduce the benefits, it can actually create compounds that increase inflammation rather than calm it. For women already managing blood pressure, digestion, or joint stiffness, oxidized oils may silently add stress to the body rather than support it. There is another issue. If chia seeds are kept in loosely sealed containers, especially in humid climates, they may begin absorbing moisture from the environment. Over time, this increases the risk of bacterial growth and mild mold contamination even when it is not visible. Some women notice a faint bitter or sour taste when their chia no longer feels fresh, but often assume it is normal. In reality, that taste is a warning. Those seeds are no longer supporting your body. They are burdening it. Proper storage is simple, but essential. Chia seeds should be kept in an airtight container protected from heat, light, and moisture. If you live in a warm or humid climate, storing them in the refrigerator or freezer can preserve their natural oils and nutrients for much longer without losing quality. Fresh chia seeds should have a neutral, mild, nutty aroma, not bitter, sour, or stale. If you sense a change in smell or taste, it may be safer to discard them than risk irritation or inflammation over weeks or months. Healthy food is not just about what you eat, it is also about what your body can safely process and absorb. And chia seeds, like all nutrient-dense foods, are most healing when they are fresh, stable, and intact. Now that we've uncovered the 5 most common mistakes, it's time to focus on the right approach. How can women over 50 safely, comfortably, and effectively use chia seeds in a way that truly supports digestion, heart health, and overall vitality? That's exactly what we'll explore next. The safe and effective way to use chia seeds after 50. Now that we've uncovered the silent mistakes, it becomes clear that the greatest value of chia seeds does not lie in how many we eat, but in how gently and wisely we integrate them into a mature, more sensitive body. Women after 50 have unique physiological shifts: slower digestion, reduced stomach acid, decreased hydration, changes in gut bacteria, and varying responses to fiber and fats. That's why a careful, gradual, and hydration-based approach turns chia seeds from a potential irritant into a supportive daily ally. The safest way to start is with soaking. When chia seeds are soaked in water, almond milk, apple juice, or oat milk for at least 20 to 30 minutes, or preferably overnight, 3 important changes happen. First, the seeds form a soft gel that makes them gentle on the stomach and easier to swallow. Second, the mucilage layer helps lubricate the intestines, enhancing bowel movement without irritation. And third, nutrients like omega-3 calcium and magnesium become more accessible to the body. The soaked version is not just safer, it is significantly more usable by a digestive system that no longer processes dry, raw foods as efficiently as before. Portion also matters. Instead of jumping straight to 2 or 3 tablespoons, start with 1 teaspoon per day for a full week. Allow your digestion to adjust and then gently increase to 1 tablespoon per day if your body feels comfortable. While chia is rich in fiber, it does not work without water. That means hydration should continue throughout the day, not just at the moment of consumption. Think of water as the transporter that helps chia deliver its benefits, not just fiber movement, but stable blood sugar, calmer digestion, and healthy elimination. Women with sensitive digestion or reflux often tolerate chia seeds better when mixed into smoothies, yogurt, soft porridge, or blended into warm chia pudding rather than eaten alone. Chia is not meant to be swallowed dry nor rushed. It works best when treated like a soft food that the body can comfortably absorb. Finally, timing also plays a role. Many women prefer chia in the morning to support digestion and satiety, while others find that a small portion in the afternoon helps stabilize energy and prevent cravings. There is no single perfect time, only the time that feels gentle and supportive for your own body. When chia is hydrated, portioned mindfully, and paired with water and proper meals, its benefits become reliable, comfortable, and sustainable, rather than surprising or unpredictable. And once the body begins to respond well, something beautiful happens. The long-term benefits start appearing quietly and gently, especially in digestion, heart health, energy, and mental clarity. That is where we go next. Long-term benefits. What happens when you use chia correctly? When chia seeds are used the right way, soaked, properly introduced, gradually paired with hydration, and adjusted to your body's rhythm, their benefits do not appear dramatically or overnight. Instead, they unfold quietly in a gentle, cumulative way, supporting a body that is no longer focused on rapid change, but on stability, nourishment, and preservation. At this stage of life, health progress is not measured by intensity, but by consistency. One of the first changes many women notice is improved digestive regularity, not forced or aggressive, but smooth and stable. Soaked chia helps form a soft gel that moves gently through the digestive tract, supporting bowel function, without irritating sensitive intestinal walls. This reduces the chances of both constipation and bloating, helping the gut become calmer rather than reactive. Over time, this also supports the gut microbiome, which plays a crucial role in digestion inflammation, emotional balance, and even cognitive clarity. Heart health also benefits in a subtle, long-term way. The omega-3 fatty acids in chia seeds help reduce inflammation and support overall vascular health. This doesn't feel like a sudden improvement, but rather fewer days of swelling, less stiffness, and a calmer heart rhythm. Many women also report that their energy fluctuations become less erratic throughout the day as the gel-forming fiber in chia helps slow glucose absorption and maintain steadier blood sugar levels. For some, one of the most appreciated long-term effects is mental clarity. It is not that chia seeds are a memory booster, but their gentle support of gut health, glucose regulation, and omega-3 absorption creates a foundation for clearer thinking, better alertness, and improved emotional balance. Women often describe it as feeling light, less foggy, or more stable. It's important to understand that chia seeds do not transform the body. Rather, they offer a quiet reinforcement to processes already within you: digestion, regulation, circulation, and mind-body balance. Their benefits are not loud, but they are reliable. And in this stage of life, reliability is often more valuable than speed. When you use chia seeds not as a magic fix, but as part of a balanced, thoughtful routine, they begin to act less like a trend and more like a gentle companion supporting your body's natural wisdom over time. And now that you've learned how chia seeds behave differently after 50, how to avoid the hidden mistakes, and how to use them safely and effectively, it's time to bring everything together with a final reminder from the heart. Because wisdom, especially in health, always begins with listening to your body. As we've discovered today, chia seeds are neither a miracle nor a mistake. They are simply a tool. When used dry excessively or without awareness, they can bring discomfort. But when introduced gently soaked, properly paired with hydration, and respected as part of a full lifestyle, not a shortcut, they quietly support digestion, heart health, blood sugar stability, and overall vitality in a way that feels calm, comfortable, and sustainable. After 50, our goal is not to force the body, but to nourish it wisely. If this message brought value, and if you believe more women deserve clear, science-based guidance like this, you can support the channel through a small donation. Every little contribution helps me continue researching, writing, and creating these meaningful videos for women around the world. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for your time, your presence, and your trust. Until next time, stay gentle, stay informed, stay nourished.